Hello, this is Jonathan from Compass Private Wealth, and I want to spend a couple of minutes just giving you a high-level overview of the financial planning software that we use when we're creating lifetime financial plans for our clients. These types of plans are most relevant for people who are aged between 55 and 68, so those who are either approaching retirement, transitioning to retirement, or who have recently retired. So Joe and Mary Bloggs, they have a net worth of just under 2.5 million. They're both 61 and they've got two children in their early 30s. In this case, Joe is currently earning 200,000 per annum gross. Mary's earning 100,000, and they have a jointly owned investment property with 20,000 a year income. In terms of savings, they have 300,000 in cash, and they have an investment portfolio worth 500,000. In terms of property, they own their own home, which is valued at 1 million, and they have the apartment, the rental property that's valued at 500,000. Pensions, Joe has an occupational scheme worth 1 million. Mary has a defined benefit pension that'll kick in for 30,000 per annum. Mary also has an ARF worth 500,000, and they're both entitled to the state pension, almost full entitlement there for Mary and full entitlement for Joe. They have a loan of 600,000 against the apartment, and so they're negative equity with that, and they have a fairly big mortgage on their home as well. They also have the Section 72 inheritance plan in place. They spend 15,000 per annum on holidays, 25,000 on running the house, and other living expenses of 70,000. So what I'm going to show you now is our cash flow. And this is all at a very, very high level. So we map out their cash flow between now, age 61, until 90 as a default. Some clients wish to project out beyond 90 and some earlier than 90. So what we firstly do is we look at the total cost for Joe and Mary to run their life over the next 29 years. And what you see here in red is their total outgoings, which actually includes the tax that they pay on their income. So obviously in their working years, both Joe and Mary have a retirement age planned of 65. So for the next 4 years or so, their outgoings are more because of factors in the tax that they're paying on their income, their employment income, and it obviously reduces off. So the purpose of this really is just to illustrate the level of cash flow, both in retirement and before retirement. So the first thing we'll select here is their employment. So now we'll see how the employment income that they have goes a long way to funding their cash flow needs. The other income in this financial planning software is rental income. So we'll see that makes a nice, remember that was 20,000 per annum, and we have it indexed up at 2%. If we then look at the state pensions, we'll see they make another nice dent from age 66, we've assumed for both of them. Then we look at their private pensions. In this case, this is Mary's defined benefit pension, so it eats into the deficit again. Now we look at the ARF and the AMRF income, which you'll see has a big, big impact. This really is very useful for showing the power of pensions and how important they are to fund them in your working years to see the impact it has in your retirement. Planned withdrawals is the next one I'm going to highlight, and that actually includes the lump sum from the pensions. So you'll see here there's a big lump sum, which has a significant impact here. And then savings and investments is the level of savings that they have, which if you remember is 300,000 and investments of 500,000. And once we select that, we'll see that in this case, Joe and Mary Bloggs actually have no red anymore, and they have a healthy financial position. What we can then do is we can build in what if scenarios to say that, well, what if we spent more than what we've said we'd spend on an annual basis? What if we wanted to put 200,000 aside for each of the kids? What impact would that have on the overall plan? What if we lived beyond 90? What if we had nursing home costs from age 80? Or what if Mary died before Joe, or Joe died before Mary at a certain age, and the surviving spouse needed full-time care? So we build in all of those factors to the plan and we create other what if scenarios. So hopefully this is a high level overview of the power of professional planning, and we look forward to speaking to you in due course. Thank you very much.